The Navy gunboats have this morning fired shells at Gaza City as part of the operation targeting Hamas militants. Well, the attack came as Israeli troops advanced deep into the city with tanks and infantry fighting urban warfare. According to an Israeli army spokesman, Gaza City's neighborhoods are filled with homemade bombs and booby traps. At least 870 Palestinians, about half of them civilians, have been killed since the beginning of the conflict. Paula reports.
On Saturday night, thousands of Israeli soldiers advanced deep into Gaza. Embedded with the regular troops were reserve soldiers, some of whom have been already called up 2 weeks ago. The reserve soldiers are in the precarious position that because they're providing support from the back, often they're static and therefore more vulnerable. Many of the reserve soldiers are also family men, married with children, and as such their loss is often more deeply felt in the Israeli society. On Monday, an Israeli delegation heads to Cairo for the latest round of peace talks with the Egyptian leadership. Last week already, Egyptian leaders met with the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas as well as a Hamas delegation. The sticking point at this stage seems to be what comes first, a ceasefire, as Egypt is insisting, or conditions and mechanisms to be put in place, as Israel is asking for. One of the most important things the Israeli government is insisting on is some kind of international mechanism that will guarantee and safeguard what is known as the Philadelphia Corridor. This is the border between Gaza and Egypt, through which an extensive underground network of tunnels exists. And through these tunnels, arms and ammunition are smuggled illegally into Gaza. Now, Israel wants some kind of foreign troops on Egyptian soil. It seems unlikely that Egypt will agree to this. Israel is also insisting that this be in place before any kind of ceasefire is adhered to. And this is in dire contrast to what we're hearing from the Egyptians and Hamas. Paula RT on the Israel-Gaza border.